two colors, and instantly you have this nice ombre eyeshadow effect, which I think is beautiful. But then if you want to just really spice it up and really add that definition, I'm going to show you guys how to do the cat eyeshadow technique with this. Another cool thing about these are kind of like eyeliners and shadows, so they're really easy to manipulate around the eyes. So what I like to start with, I like to start underneath the eyes. Right, so this can give you a beautiful depth to the eyes from over nighttime look. And then all you have to do is just lift it to the top. And this will give you that elongated eyelid. So outside corner, or you can start even in the middle. There's no rules, whatever feels good. And then lift it to the top. Now, if you have really hooded eyes, what you want to do is instead of bringing it too far out, just push it back in a little bit, right? So it doesn't feel too outside of place. Again, my biggest tip is always, step back from the mirror and make sure that it looks good on you. No matter what the techniques are, it needs to look good on your own complexion, and you have to feel comfortable wearing it. But again, these are just so nice and easy to use. And if you don't want to do all three, and if you want to get a smoky eye, you can just use pewter all over the lid. So use it from the lower lash line to the top, and then smudge it all over the lid, and instantly you have like this really cool metallic smoky eye. Again, if it doesn't look perfect, I do apologize because I'm doing this in the computer camera. So just blending a little bit. And I should show one of my favorite brush with this technique, because this could be perfect. The smudger, small smudger brush, detail brush, for you guys to even blend it out even more. It's so tiny and easy to just get right into your lash line. That's your smudger brush. So basically, the darker shade, you have extra depth and definition. Your medium shade, this is light to medium definition, actually medium definition, not light, medium definition, and can create an ombre effect. And then your lightest shade, Stardust, is your highlighter for the eyelid, is that brightness. So Stardust, Rose Gold, and Pewter. Again, if you have them, I hope that you are using these. If you don't have these, they're just wonderful. Highly recommend these. And I feel like, yes, I missed a slide. I knew that. So next slide, we're going to talk about eyeliner. And I'm so excited to demonstrate the Evalina Beauty Liner, liquid liner. I know liquid liner can be scary because it can feel like it's liquid and you don't have control. So I want to share with you guys a few tips on how to feel in control of your liner. First of all, don't let it control you. You are in control. And what's wonderful about this, the length of the brush is the perfect length for the techniques that I'm going to show you. Also, another tip before we start, I always store my liner upside down, right? The sponge, the tip is a sponge. It can dry out if it doesn't always have the product flowing. So when you're storing your liquid liner, store it upside down. And the reason I'm using liquid liner is because it gives you the most impact definition. And of course, the eyeshadow liners give us softer definition. But of course, liners can come in different textures as well. Powder, cream, which you just saw, a hybrid, and then liquid. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few techniques. The easiest one that I can share with you guys is literally taking your product, and I'm going to have to move this just a little bit so I can see and you can see me. And then starting right at the lash line. I hope you guys can see it. So I'm going to start. So I'm holding the product. I'm holding the liner flat, and I'm starting by just dabbing it right onto my lash line. dab right where the lashes meet the lid, and sort of go along the lash line, almost like you're connecting the dots. And then you kind of have to go sideways. So there you go. What you want to do is, oh, where did the slide go? Perfect. So what you want to do is look downwards in a mirror. I might just do this, so for the purpose of this class, I'm just gonna look in the mirror so you guys can see. So looking downward, this is so much easier. Looking downwards in the mirror, that way you can see right where the lashes meet the skin, and then just really dab. The length of the liner fits right into the lash line, and by you dabbing with the side of the pen, you have more control, which makes it easy for you just to fill in the gaps. Okay, let's do this side. I hope you guys can see. Very good. So dab. Yeah, looking down in the mirror really helps with this, you guys. And I find that maybe this is not going to be your forever technique, but this really trains your hand to feel comfortable. It's all about feeling comfortable with the tool and getting that technique down, getting your hand to have the right pressure, so you get the right flow, the right amount of flow in your pen. So even if you do this a few times, what naturally will happen is all of a sudden you're going to start doing this, dragging it, right? Which is, this is like, this is where you want to get, because when you drag it, oh, I made a mistake. When you drag it, it's just easy, right? And this is where your life becomes easier because it's going to be fast. But to get there, it's kind of like your safety wheels, right? To get there, you're going to get trained to feel comfortable with this. So by dabbing it, you feel a little bit more, I find that it feels a bit more comfortable. And everyone has their own technique with this. I have seen throughout when I was running my beauty classes, I've seen so many women have their own technique where they have to like stand up and do it. Whatever feels comfortable, still, go with that. But I find that this helps. And then another thing that you can do is just drag it out a little bit. So to drag it out, I like to actually lift the skin, right? So I can see better. And then just extend it out a little bit and start with like a light flicks. For this, you do want to use the tip of your tool, right? Because you want a really fine line. When you use the tip, it doesn't give you as much product. So make sure you don't press too hard on the tip. And that's kind of how you get, because it doesn't give you that much product, you can get that really nice light wing or flick. See on this side, got a little bit too excited and I went too down. There you go. Sometimes, when you have liquid liner, I find that sometimes you don't even need mascara, especially when you're tight lining. So the first step which I showed you on how to dab it is called tight lining. So you're basically enhancing your lash line so your lashes also look darker, which gives you more of an intense lash line definition. So I hope that helped. It is a wonderful liner, super easy to use, super nice, easy to use in my opinion. But I think if you tried the steps that I showed you, it should be easy to use for you too. I know just liquid liner in general can feel a bit overwhelming. I find this the most easiest to use out of all the ones that I tried because of its length and intensity that comes out. And make sure to store it downwards, upside down. Great. And last but not least, I want to complete this look with the Evalina Beauty Lip Gloss. And I know sometimes, people shy away from wearing a dark lip. So if you do want to experiment wearing a dark lipstick, try with a dark gloss because gloss is less intense in texture, but can still give you the nice darker tone. So you can see if you're comfortable with it. And I find that is a wonderful way to enhance your look for nighttime, or just gives you more definition to the lip. So I know Evalina glosses come in 2 shades. Blossom is the light color, which is just so easy to use anytime. And then today I am using Berry because this color, again, works for every skin tone, but it's a bit of a darker tone, which will give me more definition. I also find that it just enhances your own lip color even more. So because of its berry is usually most lip undertones have a bit more berry into them. So by using berry as a shade, it brings out your own natural tone and enhances it. So I find that this actually looks different on everyone because it kind of picks up your own pigment. And voila, I feel like my look is completed when I have a shade that's a little bit more bolder. Okay, I hope you guys can see this, but I definitely feel more alive and definitely glowing with the Evalina Beauty highlighters. My skin feels really light. I don't feel like I have a ton of makeup on, but I feel like this look is it's presentable. It's super easy to use. There was no cleanup, no fallouts, literally minimal tools. You don't need to have all these crazy techniques and tools to do this. I hope you enjoyed it, and it was just such a pleasure to show you this today. And
thank you, Anna. You look beautiful. Everything looks gorgeous on you. So thank you so much for sharing your tips and techniques and using our products. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day today to be with us. Anna's here for questions. If anybody wants to ask her any questions, or you can either do it in the chat and I can moderate, or if you want to unmute yourself, we'd love to have a conversation. Also, before we go to questions, just so I don't forget, if anyone is interested in purchasing any of the products today, we do have a discount for you. So up until Sunday night, if you use EZZoom15, you can get 15% off any purchases on evalinabeauty.com. So just a special offer for you guys as a thank you for being here today and participating. I don't know, does anybody have any questions? I might have to see if I can unmute everybody. Or you can always,
I think I have to do that.
To do that? Okay, maybe try to unmute if anyone has any questions.
Okay.
But yeah, I hope everyone found that really helpful. Anna is exactly an example of a really natural look, which is our philosophy, and as well as creating a very high quality but clean product for you. We care what you're putting on your body. We want you to look your best and help you be your most confident best self without transforming you. And also we try to make sure we're using the cleanest ingredients, still giving you a great quality product that's paraben-free, cruelty-free. Many of our products are fragrance-free and vegan as well. So, and we're working hard with our manufacturers all over the world to continue to develop more clean ingredients in our products for you guys.
I see questions here in our Zoom group chat. Actually, if you can leave your questions in the group chat, I feel like it'll be easy to see.
I see from Sarah. Can you talk more about how to apply BB cream, and is it a pre-foundation and concealer?
Great question. I always love taking questions about BB cream because it's such a wonderful dynamic duo. So the BB cream is your foundation, really. It is more than a foundation because it's kind of a skincare as well, because it gives you a lot more moisture. It is not a concealer, because concealer is really meant to hide spots or